Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Oh, I just realized it's the end of the month, right? I haven't even started on the newsletter, so I need to add that to my to-do. I think I have work that needs to be done. What is this? Work that needs to be done. Because I have a really bad memory. I need to put the newsletter on there. I need to talk. With that, good morning. I'm hoping to get back into a routine of going live at least like every other day, once a day. I don't know when we'll go live for the crystal lives, but I am not taking that away. I will have to get back into that, and it has just been extremely difficult during this summer. I don't know. Connor has struggled a lot this summer, especially with sleep and his imagination, and Cutler is a handful, and Troy and I both have had a lot of autoimmune issues. So, and then every time I try to get back into the routine, like something happens that makes it so like, it's like, nope, not yet. So I'm trying to like gear up for when school gets back in session. I will be able to go live again more. And then this is when some of the people that are wanting Reikis to be scheduled, my printer just shut off. Some of the people who want Reikis to be scheduled are wanting the morning appointments again, and I don't really have those during the summer because Troy works during the day, and since the kids are here, I don't really, I can't really offer those very often. Sometimes I can offer them on a Wednesday, but a lot of the times when Troy has Tuesday, Wednesday off, we have stuff going on that we need to get done because he has those days off. So I don't know. It's just been interesting. It's been an interesting shift, and we're just surviving. We're just surviving. So I thought I would come on here. I do like coming on Monday. Why does it do that? I don't really know if that's normal or not. But I was going to come on here and do a spiritual message. Like pull some cards real quick on what we can expect for this week. Connor's already had me pulling clip art for a partridge in a pear tree. So apparently we're just going to go ahead and skip over the rest of the holidays. We're going to go right to Christmas. We did do our readings event yesterday, and it was kind of slow, but we did get some wonderful ladies to come in and get some readings done, and that was fun. And then we just got to like chill and talk, which was nice. So what can we expect for our week? I've also been purging my house because that's the one thing I can control. So this last week I've just been purging the house, and like I painted, I don't know if you saw the reel, but I painted Connor's room. I still need to do Cutler's room, and he's been begging because Connor's room's so cool. And he says now he wants a safari room. But I bought all the stuff to have a sea animal room because Cutler is obsessed with sea animals. He gets his cast off in a week. Good morning. So I'm excited for that for him because he is, I hope that it's healed properly because he uses his cast hand like a hammer. I don't know. Please let him get a good teacher. I need to go school shopping. Oh, for this week, I don't know why. It's because we're in retrograde. But a lot of the cards are falling like this. Like normally it's like this or it's reversed, which kind of gives me a clues, but then this is more that you would stop buffering. There's a lot of confusion. I don't know if it's cutting out on you. There's really nothing I can do about that. For this week, I like to, one of the ways that I kind of channel, so the girls were like having people take pictures of their card spreads and stuff when people came to the readings, but you can't really take pictures of my card spreads because sometimes it doesn't make sense because I travel when I go into the picture, and then I see the picture be active in my third eye and it takes me different places. So when I start writing, the words just start flowing in my mind of what I'm channeling to, which is a form of automatic writing. So this week for the collective, we can expect Okay. So, this week we're gonna feel like we need to go it all alone, that we are unsupported, and some of that is a little bit true. And then some of that is also us not wanting to ask for help, not wanting to mend things. Some of that is an illusion. You may be blocking your help by not mending or reaching out for help, which will also block your intuition. I also do see that there is a lot of confusion in our minds this week, and there's a lot of different thoughts and scatteredness and confusion in the mind this week. So what is this preparing us for this week, and what can we do to counteract these things? So I would say that grounding is going to be super important this week, whether that's using a shaker plate, whether that's eating more root vegetables, whether that's going on a walk, whether that's like sitting down and doing some breath work. There's definitely going to be needing to have some grounding. If your mind just continues to race this week, then you, chicken butt Jen, thank you. Thank you, I love you, Jen. I love both Jens. But if your mind is racing and there's so many thoughts that you cannot think, maybe it's time you get back into journaling, and maybe it's time that you get some of those thoughts out of your head. I did start journaling again. There's plenty of apps that you could even voice record things, or If you want to physically record, get yourself a journal while you're shopping for school supplies, because it's that time of year. Another thing that we have to be aware of is that we do have to do a lot of things ourselves, but we can delegate some things, and we can ask for help in some areas. So don't be too stubborn not to ask for help. I'm not going to listen to that. I'm going to be stubborn. So like, you guys think that I'm so healed, and like, clearly by me not going live, that should show you how much I'm struggling. I am struggling. Okay. Another thing that I thought I would do real quick is collectively do a reading for the collective of what I did at the readings event. I haven't been live in forever. So I'm going to poll, what do you need to do? What do we all need to do collectively to connect more to our higher self and to get back on our spiritual path? What do we need to do collectively? If you came, I know Jen came to the reading events, Jen Smith. So she already got hers, but this is a collective message for everybody. So this still counts too. Okay. So what do we need to do to connect more? And the boys are just nonstop fighting. Like, it's crazy. I'm not sleeping the whole summer. Connor is not sleeping. He needs school. He needs school. They both need school. Okay. So in order for us to reconnect to our higher selves, this is bringing up, we need to rebuild that spiritual connection. This makes complete sense to me. I also see that there is knowledge that we need to gain again. So we need to get back into reading. We need to get back into gaining that knowledge that we have. So if you were reading certain books, if you were doing certain things to connect more to your higher self, whether this was meditating, whether this was some form of creative expression, whether this was going to sound baths, whether this was doing readings for yourself, whether this was taking spiritual baths. There's so many different things that we can do to connect to our, I wish they would stop fighting. Connect to our higher self that we were doing, but because of summer and chaos and all of this, we have kind of taken a step back and not been doing those things. So we need to start doing those things again. I also see that it's talking about that there is a disconnection between your mind and your heart, and there totally is. There are. Like, this person is stressed, and this person is worried, and this person is thinking about all the what ifs and what can I do better, and why is this not working, and why can't I go live, and I'm beating myself up in here. Like, we are our worst critics. But then this person is like, you're doing your best, you're trying, you can only do so much. Like, your kids aren't letting you sleep if they're fighting all the time, if there's transitions in therapy. Like, Connor's therapist he's had for 3 years is moving away. This is her last week this week. Like, there's just so many things going on, and I'm doing my best. And I can get, like, I was doing so good with my lives and doing them every day. It's okay to be vulnerable about, like, we need to reconnect this to this and stop being so hard on ourselves. And then it's talking about, if we do those things, if we reconnect to our spirituality, if we rebuild this connection, if we reconnect our mind and our hearts, that our intuition will be back on point. Like, look at, she's receiving all her spiritual messages. She's like, she can breathe again. I cannot wait till they're back in school. I honestly cannot. Like, they need a break from each other. I need a break from them. Like, I love my children. But I'm done. What blessings or miracles are trying to make its way in your life? Well, I like that. Oh, that's a lot of blessings. We will take all of those cards. Thank you very much. We will take all of those. I love this. So what blessings are making their way in our lives? And the card is Epiphany. And I will actually read this because I think that this definitely applies. It says, every day is a day to learn or discover something new. No matter how small or great, knowledge is power. This also makes me think that there are, whether there's small miracles or big miracles, there are a lot of blessings coming in. And by us reconnecting to ourselves and our higher selves, that we're going to receive the knowledge and the information that we're wanting, the clarity that we're wanting. Look, again, knowledge, like spiritual mentor. Walk the path of wisdom and learning. So again, this may be an old guide or a new guide, but somebody is coming forward and reconnecting with you or wanting to reconnect with you. What is, is Persephone, is that, that's a goddess, right? Because when I don't know if that's for everybody or some of us, but she represents the soul's descent into darkness, shadow work, grief, and mysteries of death. Like the dark night of the soul, she experiences loss, transformation, and rebirth. When she returns to the surface, she brings the renewal of life. She becomes the goddess not just of death, but of life, growth, and empowerment. She embodies the maiden and the queen, the light and the dark. Persephone teaches how to embrace duality, becoming whole by owning both innocence and power, light and shadow. Over time, she becomes willing and a powerful queen, ruling the underworld by choice, not captivity. She's a powerful archetype, but she's a powerful archetype of transformation into feminine sovereignty, choosing your own path and power, even when it begins with suffering. Like, yeah, so this makes total sense for, I don't know if you guys are going through, I would almost say that I'm going through another spiritual awakening or another dark night of the soul. And for me, the hearing Persephone makes so much sense because she did go through a large Persephone. Thank you. Persephone. I love that. Jen's always, she's like, I will help this wonderful friend of mine, Persephone. But she will, like, that darkness, she's able to embrace it, work through it, heal from it, and then be better. Reconnect with the sun. So that's going to be a beautiful blessing. I see that nature and healing and dancing and rhythm, like everything just is going to come back together. And then this part is, what energy or experience of joy are they being called to embrace? What are you being called to embrace? Oh, that's hurtful. This is, ouch. That hurts. I almost, for me, maybe this is, so it says icy goodbyes. Unclear paths and frozen moments, the hardest choice is leaving for clarity. So I almost feel like I'm saying goodbye to myself. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys kind of feel like that too. Like a part of you has died, or a part of you, you have to let go of a part of you. Or maybe you're actually letting go of somebody in your life. But I definitely feel like being called to embrace letting go of a part of you. Like maybe the people pleaser part of you. Maybe the part of you that is accepting of people taking advantage of you or treating you poorly. Embracing intense forces offsets turmoil and stabilizes with calm resolve. So you're being this is so rude. So not only are you being called to embrace letting go of yourself, you're being called to embrace the fire, to embrace the ashes, to embrace whatever it is that you're like, that turmoil, that, yes, rebirth from the ashes. Which, what is it? How did she say it? Persephone? It was talking about, what is it? I feel like that was talking about like her rebirth, right? Renewal of life. What is this last part? One step at a time with a little bit of effort. So taking one step at a time, embracing the fire, which is hard because I feel like I'm like, I feel like I'm burning. I feel like I'm burning. Good morning. Good morning. Icy goodbyes, fiery balance, and a slow climb. And that's really what it is. And Connor has been asking for the swan, like the swan to be printed off. And like that also kind of tells me that I'm going through a dark night of the soul, which I didn't really think it was that bad. Like a spiritual awakening is kind of hard, but like the swan is a lot about moving through deep emotional waters. It's a lot about shadow work and soul fragmentations. It's a lot about surrendering to what you have going on. I don't know. It's deep, you guys. If you are in the same emotional state as me, we will make it through. We will reconnect our heart. The last collective question that I will ask is, let me pick you guys up. What message does your higher self want for them to know right now? So the last part is from our collective higher selves. If you missed this, I did a collective message for us. I've gotten that card so many times. Can you get mad at your spirit team? Yeah, I guess you can. So, this is telling me that for all of us, we may have gone through a period of time where we've been unable to accomplish the things we've needed to accomplish, or we've been put in a pause. And all we want to do is beat ourselves up about the pause, but the pause was meant for a reason. And now things are going to pick up. Now things are going to start moving again. And you're going to start seeing that you're making the steps forward to get your life back in order. So that is what your higher self is saying. There was a pause. The pause was for a reason. And now we're going to push. It also says, the pause was here to help you see the things that were covered up, to see the things that were covered in glitter. So like this card tells me like this could be a narcissistic person that was hiding in your life. This could be a something going on in your job. This is an illusion that's being revealed to you. So the pause was here to help you to see the illusion. And a lot of the illusion is the illusion for ourselves. Like, I'm doing a lot of shadow work. Not intentionally. I don't even have the shadow workbook out. But the illusion of who I thought I was. What? The pause helped me see some things that I still needed to work on. And work on and work through. And then that's for you guys too. So like, take what resonates. I like this card. It says a hidden power within you is awakening, and embrace it. So your spirit guides, your higher self is saying like, we are reawakening again. The pause is over. The illusions are over. We're moving forward, which makes sense. So hopefully it starts to get things back in order. Again, I think journaling again, getting into your spiritual patterns is going to be super helpful. I did also, where is that book? You guys know we were reading that book. I'm struggling. We were reading the book that gives, where did I put it? This one. Positive thinking for a year. And then June came with the stupid praying mantis that brings prophecies and stuff. And then my life like blew up. May sucked too because the kids were getting out of school and Connor had so many field trips and I had both kids in school. I don't know. Everything's been hard. So I did look this up, and this one says, life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. And I was like, I don't get it. Like, you're going to have to dumb that down for me because I don't understand it. And it says, if you avoid taking risks, stay in your comfort zone, or let fear lead your decisions, your life becomes smaller. Opportunities dry up. You might feel stuck, uninspired, or like you're living the same day over and over. When you act with courage, whether it's speaking your truth, leaving a toxic situation, starting something new, or following your spiritual path despite fear, your world opens up. You attract new people, experiences, and insight. You grow. So it's okay. I understood you. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. So if we lack courage, if we don't step into our power, the opportunities don't arise. The things that we're wanting don't come forward because where's the courage to step into your power? Where's your power at? Why would we be sent more customers? Why would we be sent more